Hello everyone, my name is DaPhamius, and in this video I'll show you how to do Armored Nacrasena. This video was made solo, so we can see all his mechanics, and the strategy will remain the same whether you play solo or group. So stay tuned and make sure to watch till the end. Also, if you did this solo, let me know your best time and with what item you did it with. I'd love to hear that. Before we begin, many of you who are watching my videos are still not subscribed to my channel. It would make my day if you hit that subscribe button, as it would support me a ton. Anyway, let's get going. Nacrasena has some melee attacks that he triggers when you aim melee range, and he will be able to hit in all directions with either his claws or tail. You can just sidestep this when he begins his animation. He will also jump up and down. Just make sure not to stand close to him, as his hitbox will be a bit larger than his own hitbox. One of his animation, where he jumps up and down on the spot, he will normally do that twice on the spot, giving you lots of time to begin a big range ability if you have that. If he does a front flip over your head and slams down, he will only do that once. Nacrasena will also spit some all 2 times in front of him, to the left and to the right. It deals some damage, giving a slow debuff and also draining your mana. You can just dash to the side of him. Nacrasena will also charge sometimes, and this will be indicated when he turns blue. Whenever he does that, you can have plenty of time to use your counter ability to stun him short. Just make sure you use it when facing him, as it won't stagger him if you hit him from the sides or behind. If you're successful does that, he won't turn blue next time he charges properly. There will be a little cooldown on that. Nacrasena will also do a charge up for a while. This is your chance to stagger him by dealing enough push damage and throw grenades at him to stagger him. If you succeed, you'll have several seconds to deal tons of damage to him. However, should you fail to do so due to either like a cooldown, judgment damage, or anything like that, you will use an AoE lightning ability, which you can ultimately just uprange. Nacrasena will also shoot some lightning off his tail, and usually twice. To avoid this, run sideways and slightly towards him to dodge it. You can also time it with your dash. This deals a lot of damage, and this mechanic is kinda important you have to dodge. When you have dealt enough damage to Nacrasena, he gains a new ability where he burrows down to the ground. He will then spawn several scorpions, which are quite tanky. He will shortly afterwards jump up again and deal damage to where he lands. You have to kill these ants here, as if you leave them up for a bit, they will eventually gain an electric aura, dealing a lot of damage when standing in it. Nacrasena also shoots lightning down. This is warned by a big blue circle. Just go out of it and you're fine, it's easy to dodge. Lastly, he spams a lot of lightning around him and leaves 7 pools of lightning. This has very little warning time, so you either go Ultra Instinct and dodge everything, or you can outrange it. It deals a lot of damage, so I highly recommend you choose either one of them, depending on your footwork abilities. When you manage to stagger Nacrasena through pure damage and not through countering or whenever he's charging up, you will now be able to target his tail, which is marked with an aim mark. If you deal enough damage to it, you can cut off its tail. You only have a few seconds for this after you get staggered, so you need to have your burst ready for this. You know your progress in getting his tail off, as it will make another stagger animation, giving you more time to deal damage to it. Do this twice and his tail will fall off. If his tail falls off, he loses a lot of abilities. You know his tail is off if you can see the tip of the tail on the floor. Doing this, you will only have the following abilities left, which is auto attacks, jumps, and spit. This will make the boss significantly easier, as he will be a lot slower also, and his remaining abilities are very linear and easy to dodge. If you should be unlucky, he will phase out to another platform, regenerating his tail again, giving him back all his abilities again. Just do the same as you did before with staggering him and getting his tail off. But at this point he most likely doesn't have a lot of HP left, so you might not even have to worry about that and just nuke the boss as much as you can. And that's pretty much for it for this video. Let me know in the comments below if this helped you in any way. Also, if you want me to cover something specific, let me know in the comments below. Else, hit that like and subscribe button as it would support me a ton. Anyway, until next time, see ya!